the really cool full circle story is I really wanted to major in music at a college in Nashville that I visited when I was 17 because I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I called my dad and said, I want to major in music. And he was like, that's not a good idea, and talked me out of it and said some other like crazy kind of super religious things and talked me out of it. And I went into nursing instead. But now, 20 years later, I was invited to Nashville to record with Grammy award-winning musicians, and that album that we're going to be showing this year, that EP, was backed by 111 supporters and friends and family on a Kickstarter, and I'll never be the same. I felt so loved and so supported. I didn't know that I was that supported until people showed up for me in that way. And yeah, it's definitely an album created by support and love. I couldn't have done it without them. So that's kind of the full story. And I got too busy to be a nurse anymore. 4 years ago, I had about 10 years into emergency medicine and travel nursing, which took me out to California. I used to live in Yuba City and San Francisco as a travel nurse, and then I made my way here as a travel nurse, and then I eventually got too busy with music and the kids, and I own a mental health clinic too. The coolest, one of the coolest stories that made the worlds merge, my very last shift as an ER nurse at the VA, my patient needed to be sent to a higher level of care. And I started whipping out all my hippie stuff. I was like, we're going to do some EFT tapping, sir, emotional freedom technique tapping. I was like, just, doing it all for him because we had such a close connection. And he said, thank you so much for taking care of me right as they were wheeling him out. And I said, you're welcome. You're my last patient probably that I'm ever going to take care of. This is my last shift as a nurse. And he looked at me and he was like, your parents must be really proud of you. And I was like, yeah, they are. But I've just got to follow my heart. I've got something else that I'm going to be doing. And for a second, I thought I was being super selfish and that I couldn't leave him hanging, that like we have such a nursing shortage, and I was worried about it. But then 3 months later at one of my gigs, guess who was there? It was that patient. He was the picture of health. And it was like God in the universe. And he was saying, like, you found your calling. This is what you really should be doing. And yeah, we, enjoyed the night together and health and music and danced. And it really was that full circle moment where I felt like I got to move on and create healing in a different way for the world.